All right, everybody, thank you for listening. We are brought to you by Boss Bears Supplements. Hard work, consistency, and determination are difficult to sustain when your mind and body can't keep up. Fuel your body with what it needs to perform like a boss. Whether you're closing deals, pitching a new business idea, or training in the gym, Boss Bears take your hustle to the next level. Our ingredients are the highest quality with potency and serving sizes that are the gold standard in the industry. Right here we got Boss Bears Apple Cider Vinegar Gummy Bears. So Boss Bears supplements take regular supplements and put them in the delicious form of a gummy. These are the Apple Cider Vinegar Gummies, and they are fucking delicious. The sugar content is pretty low. You're going to get all of your daily apple cider vinegar in delicious apple gummy flavor. Check it out. Go to bossbears.com and use code Nicky to save 10%. Okay, we are also brought to you by Clout Power Supplements. Cloutpower.com, Kloutpwr. Go to cloutpower.com and check out Clout Power Supplements. Use code Nicky to save 15% at checkout. They just came out with the new pre-workout flavor, Space Candy. It is absolutely delicious. I've tried it myself. My favorite of the pre-workouts is the Mamba Extreme Pre because I'm a guy that likes stims. They also have a stim-free. They have a nootropic pre-workout called Karma that is also very good. They also have some delicious protein and just many great supplements. So go to cloutpower.com, Kloutpwr.com. Use code Nicky to save 15%. All right, man. Clout Power, baby. Let's go. Okay, welcome to the Nicky Free Podcast. We got Brenden Smith here.
Thanks, dude. Thanks for having me.
Fellow bodybuilder, works out at the body shop. Also is part of team Renovation Fitness, which is the same coach that I have.
Yep.
So, let's see. I'm just going to ask you, what got you into weightlifting, dude?
Oh, dude, I think I pretty much did what every other bro did, who's got in there and was like, oh, I'm going to get jacked.
Yeah.
And then started just kind of...
what, from the time you were a kid, or just...
No, you know what started? It's funny. I was always into sports and everything like that, and then I got married in my first marriage.
Okay.
And kind of got complacent and lazy and...
Right,
you know what I
100%.
mean?
Yeah.
Fell into the comfort and noticed I was getting a little chubby. And
yeah. What age was that? What age?
Damn, dude, I got married at 23.
So you got married young, just like a lot of people do.
Yeah, and then my boss at the time I had a button-up shirt on.
Yeah.
And the button was bulging a little bit.
Popping?
What I mean? You know what I
No
mean?
shit,
I was
dude.
and he was
Okay.
you're getting a little chubby there. And I was like, shit, I am getting chubby.
So your own boss was
yeah,
he was
dude.
real with you, told you you're getting chubby. Okay.
Yeah, so after that, I just, I got after it, dude. And I think I lost a bunch of weight, got all fit. Everyone was like, whoa, you're looking jacked, which at the time, I thought I was looking jacked, but it's nothing compared to...
But you've come a long way since then.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So that's it just kind of how old were you when that happened where you noticed you're starting to get a little chubby?
25, probably.
Right. So kind of a lot of times it's like that where it's you're younger and you're used to looking a certain way, and then age starts catching up with you, and you're like, oh, I have to work for this now. It's different.
And I noticed it like that. It's like, damn, everyone says that cliche thing. It's like, oh, when you get older, you're going to have to...
Oh, yeah.
It's like, damn.
Every old guy tells us that, right?
Yeah, it's the old guy's either telling you, when I was in high school, I was in the varsity football team, or...
that's the worst, though, dude. That's the worst, is when they tell you how much they used to lift or bench or shit. But, no, I totally feel that. That's kind of when I started working with Jordan, was kind of like that, too. It was I'd always kind of done the pro wrestling thing, and that made me really work out hard and everything. Mm-hmm. And then I was working in a bar, and I still was, pretty crazy about working out and everything. But then once I moved here, which was, 5 years ago, I got in this band and everything.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it was fun, but definitely that same sort of thing, only I was like more like 33, 34, but used to being an athlete, right?
Yeah.
Because of wrestling. So I was not, I was always used to like that being my kind of, like you get kind of where it's like your identity,
Yeah, for sure.
But so when I met Jordan, it was kind of like that. I felt like kind of like an aging athlete. Like, So I'm still hitting it really hard, but like, it's not working anymore, or it's not enough, or I need a change of like, so working with Renovation was kind of like, okay, so this is how I've always looked at fitness, but now I'm working with these other people open to like new ideas of a different way to look at it.
Yeah. And
more the bodybuilding style.
Yeah.
And calories, So
the calories. And when you have someone there, like an outside, you can always look at yourself and be like, oh, I look good, or I'm getting fat, but you have that outside. Like when I joined,
it's the impartial of Jordan being able to look at you, or whoever your coach is, and give you that impartial feedback, because we're not that good at it. I mean, we can be, even if we are, like, even guys who are super hard on themselves, I feel like, and are maybe better than other people at that, you still are not as good at, like, you'll get in your own head, like, oh, fuck, I need to do this, or I need to do... this week I know I need to eat less. I'm getting fat or something, and they're like, no, just stick with the plan. So it's like having that impartial. So I think that's what I enjoy the most about having a coach, dude.
Yeah, same, me too. And it took my game to, like I was kind of like doing the bro lifting and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I was okay. I was looking okay.
Right.
But then when I jumped on Jordan's, also I jumped on after COVID.
Right, so that was right during everything was kind of locked down and shit, dude.
Yeah, so then he, I even told him, I was like, I don't think I'm gonna compete. I don't know if I'll compete, but like I'll
so kind of like the same as where I am right now.
Yeah,
like he's always like, you could, and you're like not thinking, you're just like, I'm just trying to be in shape and be, I don't know if you said that was your first marriage, that your only one, or
I'm engaged right now. But
okay, but when you're single, it's always like,
oh, dude,
I'm just trying to be in shape and look good and look sexy, and then you don't think of it as like, I could do a show.
Yeah.
So how did you get to that point where you switched your mentality from like, dude, I'm just trying to work, I love having you as a coach, I'm just trying to work out to feel good about myself, to flipping that into like, now I'm going to do a show?
So I actually went, when I jumped on with him, he's like, hey, I'd like to get a couple training sessions in with you, see what you got.
Yeah.
And I told him before, I was like, yeah, I'll do that. I was just doing his general health stuff.
Right.
And then I go in and train with him, and he's like, you don't have a choice. You're going to compete. Like, you have the muscle density already. You have this. Like, we're going to get you there. You pick a show, and we're going to prep for it.
Right.
Like, all right, dude, you say the word, I'm locked in now.
Yeah. That's pretty cool, man. He just saw it in you. Something maybe, it's hard to get yourself past that point of like, thinking of yourself this way, and then realizing that the only difference between you and you who does a show is just your own way you think of yourself.
And for him to, it was like a huge confidence booster for me.
To have him believe in you, right?
Yeah, that and to see, like, for me, I was like, there's no way that I can get up.
But he's done it before.
Yeah.
So he knew he knew like the actual path, and like. Mm-hmm. Like, the stuff you don't know, he's been there. So he was able to, like, no, you can do it. Mm-hmm. It's gonna... Yeah, so tell us, how was the first show, man? Was that...
So when I get my eyes on something, like I have a goal, I'm tunnel vision. So prep, for me, I hate to say this, but it wasn't bad.
No, because you're like, if you're a competitive person, when you're chasing something, that's like all you need.
Like, when I have that, and I'm like, I want to go out there, I don't want to lose, so I'm going to do everything in my power, make sure the only person that beats me is me. So if I lose, it's on me, So prep was good, because I like the progress every week,
Because you actually are chasing this thing, so it kind of like feeds you in a way. So it's like you don't feel like you're missing out on things.
100%, yeah.
Because this is the thing that's actually feeding me. I don't give a shit about.
Yeah.
Right, I get that way too. It's like, I feel like when you don't have something you're chasing, that's when you start making like shitty decisions and stuff. Because like when I was wrestling, it was always easy to stay on track, because it's like, I have to be better than all these other fucking guys.
Yeah,
like in my mind, whether I was or not, like I want to be the best thing they saw on that show. I want to look the best I possibly can. I know that I've got to be like wearing a singlet in front of a bunch of people, so I can't, you know what I mean? So it's like, but if you kind of take those goals away, that's when I feel like you start making, then you do shitty stuff, like with your time. You know?
you get late.
Kind of like the devil's idle hands or the devil's playground. It's like, if you don't give yourself something to like chase after some goal, that's when you start making shitty decisions. Or
100%. For me, at least, that's like, if I'm sitting there, I'll get stuck on video games or something like that.
Those are kind of fun. Yeah.
Dude, I love them. I get addicted.
What's what do you play or what?
Right now, dude, I'm playing Overwatch 2.
Okay, I've never heard of this.
It's like a shooter game.
Okay, nice. Yeah, I feel like actually it might be okay to play games, especially like during your off season, just to like recover time, or do you get too into it where you like get too obsessive?
Yes to both.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like it's good. I think it's beneficial.
Right.
Because I'm fully chilling. You know, like when I have a hard session and everything like that, and then I go home, sit on the couch, relax, make sure I eat, and then relax. I'm getting that full benefit, and then go to bed.
Yeah.
But that being said,
it's probably better than watching TV.
I think so. I mean, I'm using my brain.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're like learning strategy. Yeah. Okay. So, I could see that, man.
I definitely will get. If I let myself, I have to catch myself, and that's part of me, like kind of maturing. If I
putting a little too much time into this,
then I'll have to cut it off. My fiance hates video games, dude, so she'll let me know if I'm on there too long, which is
that's good though. She can actually keep you in check because like you're getting obsessive or yeah, man, that makes sense. I just saw like I played that. I haven't finished the second one, but I like that video game Last of Us.
Oh, that's a good one.
Remember Last of Us, dude? I just saw like HBO Max is coming out with a series.
Show.
Yeah, like January 15th.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, I wonder if that's going to be good.
Did you watch the Game of Thrones stuff?
I haven't seen any of Game of Thrones.
Yo, you're missing out.
I'm missing out. Everybody says that. Well, what I should do is actually watch the new House of the Dragon.
Before.
Because that's like all a prequel. So so what's up with that? Is that what you're watching right now?
Because it just ended. That one ended, and so I watched it. It's not as good as the Game of Thrones series.
But I've heard mixed things. Like people loved it, and then they hated like at least a couple episodes. But then it kind of redeemed itself. I heard.
Yeah. And not only that, the dragons in there.
They're pretty sick.
They're dope.
Dude, dragons are dope.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you not love dragons?
Yeah, if you don't love dragons, you watch that and you're not like, whoa, that's a crazy dragon. I don't know what you're doing with your life.
Dragons are. I still remember there was like this weird. It was like back on the Discovery Channel. Like I can't remember. They did this weird thing where they did this show and they did it like as if dragons were real. Like if dragons were real, this is how they were real, and like they did it like it was like a science documentary. It was kind of weird.
I'd watch it,
dude. It was fucking good. It was like talking about how they would like actually like mine out like certain minerals out of the rock face and stuff, and that's how they would ignite. So they actually like created like hydrogen inside of they had like a different kind of like organ. So they were explaining how like all this like magical shit could have been scientifically accurate in the real world. So like one of them was they had these like sacks that created hydrogen inside, and that actually made them lighter, which helped them fly. But then they were able to kind of like supplement with this like a mineral that could spark, so they actually could like breathe fire and shit.
All right,
it was pretty dope. Yeah.
I know I've seen something like that with like mermaids. I wasn't into that one.
Yeah, well, I'd watch that. I just want to see what's up. Is there mermaids and shit out there?
Yeah, I watched that, and they're kind of telling you like what would if mermaids were kind of like Bigfoot, you know.
If they were real, this is how they're real. Because like, what were mermaids?
Fish people. Yeah.
Well, that's like you think about it. It's like were sailors just like fucking manatees and shit?
Probably.
That's probably what was going on.
You're out there. They're
like lonely and they just like they got some kind of thing that gives them a hallucination. They think this like oh man, that's so weird. It's like I fucked this mermaid. It's like you didn't, bro. Like,
she was a heifer though.
That was something like that, man. Yeah. But no, that's funny. So, anyways, so when you said the prep, it's almost like you enjoyed the prep because it was like a challenge that you had to complete, huh?
Yeah.
So it wasn't hard in the sense of like it was hard, but you kind of like it felt like a mission, huh?
It was. Don't get me wrong. It was hard. Prep is always hard.
Yeah.
But to me, I enjoyed that grind. I enjoyed it. It was so like kind of like a structured system. You know, like it was militant.
Right.
Like I knew what I had to wake up 6 o'clock, eat my first meal, 8:30, eat my next one. You know, like every single day was like that, and for me, I thrive under, you know, a system like that.
Discipline, and yeah, me too. It's kind of like when you get a little more chaotic, that's when you start like, I don't know, shit just doesn't go as good, and so you have to like force yourself to do things disciplinary, and sometimes it sucks during when you have to do it, but overall it just makes you in a better mood.
Yeah, for
you know,
sure.
in general, that's what I feel like.
Makes me feel better. Makes my mental health better, you know.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. And like, think about, I just got back from visiting my family in like,
where from?
California.
So are you from California originally?
Yeah.
Whereabouts in Cali?
Orange County.
Orange County. And so what brought you here? Was it work or?
No, actually, I got a divorce, and then I got divorced, was single, doing the single life down there, and then I was always in mortgage. I've been in mortgage for
right. Yeah, my buddy does that.
Years,
okay, yeah.
And then it slowed down, so I got laid off. So I was newly divorced, just got laid off. My sister lived here, and she was like, "You should come check it out, see if you like it."
Yeah.
I had never left Orange County.
Is that kind of around the time of COVID?
It was a year before COVID. No, it was like 6 months before COVID.
Okay, so then that's kind of why you're here. So then it ended up being that's like when you kind of met Jordan with Renovation and like. Because that was a weird time. That was like, I mean, that's when I started training with them too. It was like everything got like, you know, locked down and everything was weird.
Yeah.
But it was like this one thing that was still kind of like going, you know, like, and you know, it was just a good time to get into something new. You know?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And it was just to keep your sanity, being locked down all day. You know what I mean? It's like, because I got a new job when I came up here.
Yep.
I met my girl. That's my girl. Is,
right, and you just had a kid, dude.
Just had a baby.
Congrats, man.
Thanks, brother.
That's awesome.
He just turned 1.
And that's your only kid, your first one?
That's my first son.
That's pretty dope, dude.
Yeah. So I met her. Her best friend is my sister. My sister was like, I also have this friend you should meet, and then it kind of just...
Yeah, that's always great if you can, like, meet someone through your sister, because then they've already vetted them for you.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, if you trust your sister, dude, which I'm sure you do.
Yeah, and so, moved up here, got a job, blah, blah, blah. I'm dating her the whole time, and then we get serious, we move in together, COVID hit. You know what I mean? Yeah. So we really tested our relationship during that, because
that's a new relationship. That could have been bad. Man.
I think we moved in pretty quick. It was like 4 or 5 months actually.
I could almost see that being kind of cool though.
It was pretty cool.
Having somebody to be locked down with instead of being alone, so you don't go fucking crazy.
It was cool, and I feel like it could have gone one or two ways. It could have been amazing, like it was. Like it was a great time. We did it together. But I can also see where you'd be like, damn, I want to kill this person.
If you would have been with the wrong girl, dude.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Holy shit.
Like, you go out there and catch that zombie disease, dude.
Yeah, but you have like no other option because you're stuck with her. That would have sucked, dude.
Yeah. So,
lucky for you, it was the right girl. Then,
luckily she was a keeper.
Oh, that's funny, dude. That could have been shit.
Yeah. So,
but it's cool because it got you into what you're doing now, and so like, and when you started with Renovation, is that kind of like, I mean, for me, it's like I don't have any. I think about trying other coaches sometimes, but I'm like, why?
Why?
We already got the bet. Like, it's like, I don't know, dude. I've just really enjoyed it. So it's like,
I joined. You know, when you first join, you're kind of like, they already have their established guys and stuff like that, and you're like on the outside. And you know, I kind of quickly fell in with everybody. Yeah. And everyone's just so cool. It's just a family, you know, like everyone's brother.
It is cool, man. Like it is like a family there, and even like Body Shop too. That place is so.
Oh, I love Body Shop, dude. Like Jeff and Danielle, they're great people.
Yeah. It is pretty dope. It's kind of like weird, but it's like one of the things that's kind of keeping me in this area.
Really?
Because I'm from Iowa, and I always think about going home, but I've got so much, you know, with the podcast going, and like, you know, I'm going to try to start training people myself, and like, there's such, you know, and if you're going to train people, there's not a better spot than here to do it.
No, yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, there's just so many people, and
I feel like there's two places, like here, because it's coming up so much, like it's everywhere right now.
Right.
You know, and
it's a big buzz here, dude.
Huge.
The
huge
fitness
buzz.
thing.
Yeah. And or like California or something that has like a summer year round. You know?
I could see going to California, but man, that's expensive.
It's pretty expensive.
If there was like a group of like people that were like, bro, let's move to LA or something for a while, I'd be like, okay, I'd try it.
Yeah.
You know, just for fun. Like, if, you know, it's like other single people that want to, like, try to, like, make it in something.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like, I could see trying that, but also, like, I'm, like, 37 and, like, you know, I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude, but.
Yeah. But I love those guys over at Renovation, Jordan and Kim. They're like, I look up to Jordan so much that.
Same. It's like also, it's kind of like, I think their work ethic.
Huge. It's like, it's admirable.
It makes you want to be like a better person.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, not to like, I don't know if they'll be listening, but not to like blow smoke up their ass, but like, I think having those kind of people in your life, because both of them are like killers, insane athletes, and it's like, I don't know, dude. It's like intimidating in a way, but they're not really intimidating. They're so like, they're so nice chill. And yeah, but it's like that work ethic, man. It makes you just want to like be better.
Well, when you like, I'll pull up there, dude, and I'm like every day, you know, because they both train out of there. They both train people out of there, and I come in there and I'm like, oh, they must be training. Nope, they're both getting it. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
and like they're getting it.
Oh, they still their own training is insane. Yeah. And it's kind of like, you know, you being a new dad and stuff, like looking up to them as family. Like they're so good at that shit, dude. Yeah, like with their kid and everything. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know, that's pretty cool.
And they just have their system down so good, and it's like, you know, like you said,
right. So if you're going to be a trainer and you want to look up to somebody, it's like, okay, like, and I look up to a lot of people. There's a lot of great trainers around here, but yeah, like, how do you manage your day? Yeah. You have all these clients and you still have to put in that enough energy, because like the last thing you want to do is end up being a trainer who, like, you're training clients and you stop like focusing on yourself. Yeah, because then you're not even a good trainer in my eyes. Yeah. I mean, I guess I don't want to say shit if there's trainers that are.
I will, dude.
Yeah, I don't like that. Like, to me, it's like, if your trainer isn't still trying to kill it, I mean, unless they're like fucking 60 or something, but even still, but it's like, I don't know, you just like, I wouldn't want a trainer that's kind of giving up on themselves.
I want a trainer that
leads by example.
And looks a certain way. You know, like, I don't want to go to LA Fitness and get a trainer that needs to be trained by me.
Yeah, that would suck, dude. I know, that's like, you talk about, you know, training other people, and it's like, so many of them are like, because the argument is, you know, you could be a guy that is not in good shape and you could have all the knowledge to be a great trainer. But I'm like, why would I ever listen to somebody that isn't applying it to themselves? Yeah. Yeah.
But I mean, they do, like, what's the saying? Those that can't do teach.
Those that's true.
Can do, you know.
Yeah, I kind of get that. Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't think it, for me personally, doesn't apply in training.
Not in training, dude. It's like, well, it's kind of like anything in life. Like, if somebody's trying to give you advice, and they're not living the kind of life that you want, why the fuck would you be listening to them?
Right.
So if like some dude who's like kind of like fat, lazy, he's giving up on life, he's sitting in the bar watching, you know, football or something, yelling at the guy who's like getting millions of dollars, who's an elite athlete, about how he fucked up because he did that play wrong. I'm always kind of like, dude, you're sitting in this bar like shoving food in your face and gorging yourself on beer, and you're telling that motherfucker like how he's supposed to live his life. Like, what the fuck? You know, it's like, I'm not gonna, like, that's just like the last person I would ever listen to.
Yeah.
I guess. You know, it's
like, or people that try to tell me, like, when I was on prep, you know, you have to eat things at a certain time and you can't eat that much. You know, and it has to be very clean, very strict, and some people would go out and be like, oh, this one thing won't kill you. I'm like, no, it won't kill me, but I don't want to do that because
this you don't want to throw yourself off. Right.
And that, if you want to do that, you do that. I'm not judging you, so don't judge me.
I think that's a slippery slope, though.
Yeah.
And sometimes if you're like that kind of personality that is very, like you said, goal-oriented, like, there's like this thing about completing the diet exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, so like when you're in prep, do you do it, or like now, what do you do now? Do you do a cheat meal?
Well, I'm pretty
Are you more lenient, or do you stay
way more lenient
when you're bulking?
Yeah.
And when you say lenient, does that mean like you do like a couple off meals a week, or like just random? I mean, honestly, like, what do you do when you're bulking? Are you just totally loosey goosey, or are you?
No.
I was gonna say because no, you gotta stick with the plan.
Yeah. I stick my plan.
Yeah.
I get 100%. I get a cheat meal every week.
So, but the plan's intact because I like to keep the plan intact.
Yeah.
I mean, every morning I get up and I meal prep, and it's exact. You know.
Yeah.
If you're bulking, I do think a cheat meal's fun, but it can be a slippery slope.
You can get lost in the sauce on that for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got to be. I think the discipline on a bulk is just as much as a prep. It's
super important
because when you're like right now, I'm deep in the off season,
and I'm asking you this shit because I'm trying to learn. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I'm always. It's so funny because I have all these people on here, and it's like really I'm just fucking scheming, trying to learn how to be, how to achieve.
You're doing
greatness.
Emerald Cup, right?
I'm gonna do it. Yeah.
Men's physique.
I'm in.
Hell yeah,
I'm 100% in. So
me too. Let's get it. Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, on the off season, you can definitely be like, oh, you know what? I'm. The goal is to get big.
Yep.
Right. So I can eat this, and this.
But
the goal is the goal is to get big, not fat.
Right, because you know how fast I could gain weight. It's like insane,
crazy.
So but then I have to do it the right way, so it's like a little bit, and then it's weird because like I'm just starting the bulk thing too.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie, I got so fucking like into having like abs and being like Mr. I can post myself shirtless on Instagram and because I am single and shit, and I got a little where I'm like, okay, I need to fucking switch mentalities because I am not. I need to put on some size.
Yeah.
And so he kind of had a little like come to Jesus meeting with me. Not really. He just on this on the last weigh-in, Jordan was just like, okay, bro, I don't care about you being lean right now. You need to
get big.
Do this. I need to have your numbers here. I'm gonna have nothing to work with when we start the prep.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I get it. And also getting your metabolism back up from more and more food. So I'm switching gears now. But it is tough, man. So I understand, like, when you say, like, prep was, like, you didn't say it was easy, but it's the most fun because you get to look awesome, too.
You look like a superhero, dude.
Yeah. So I can see what you mean. It's like, it is hard, but you almost get addicted to it.
I'm addicted to it fully. Yeah. And it's hard right now. Like, I like right now in the off season, I'm getting big. I'm bigger.
But you're still sticking with your plan.
Still sticking with the plan. I'm losing my abs a little bit. They're still there. You know, they're
but that's gonna happen,
right? Yeah, it's gonna happen.
You get the right light on, you could probably get them out.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, but I also miss I'll see everybody else on prep.
Yeah,
and they're about to have their show, and they're like shredded.
But dude, that's where you just you buy some badass dark sport shit or some bigger shirts, man. That's why I'm like, I bought a bunch of big shirts. I'm like, I'm just gonna fill these out.
Yep,
I was like, I'm just gonna not worry about it. I'm gonna fill these out. I'm gonna try to get, it'd be so cool to be. I'm 6'4" to be 245 pounds of fucking. And not too fat, and then I know I'm not gonna get that big this time, but maybe next year.
What are you at right now?
I'm 225-ish today.
Nice, that's not bad at all, dude.
But last bulk I was up to 230 something.
Yeah. And
then at I think the lowest, which I didn't cut down to what I will be. I got really cut, and it goes down around 215, 210 at the lowest.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be interesting to see what happens when I actually.
Yeah.
But no, I know what you're saying, dude. It's it's so fun, man.
It's so fun. It's it's kind of vain, but I like when people would see the work you put in, dang, you look crazy right now.
Yeah. I mean, it is vain in a way, but I think it's just certain people have that. You just want a challenge.
Yeah.
So it's this challenge of and it's I don't know, you could put that challenge into many different things. It's like we've talked about it on here before too. Some people compare it to an art form, because you're basically
100%.
But we're saying it's an art form where if you paint a painting, you get to see it in one day. Mm-hmm. But with this, it's you're manipulating all these tiny variables and you don't see it till 3 months later.
Yeah, and you're just ta-da.
Yeah. So it's a while. It's more you're baking something in the oven, and then all of a sudden it just
Well, then when you add the off season in there, you're building something underneath everything,
right?
And then you're cutting down to see if you actually hit it. I think it's an art form too. It's Arnold said it for I think you're sculpting yourself.
Yeah.
So say you need right now I need to work on my chest. So I'm hoping by the time I get lean again, my chest is
going to be filled out more. Oh, dude, me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing is I think you're right. I need to look at this time of like the bulking is like the building part more.
Yeah.
Because like I said this before on here, the first time I cut with Jordan when I first met him, I had a certain look and I was like, wow, this is cool. It was the first time I got lean with him, because that's what he does usually when he starts with you. He's going to get you lean first, which I think any trainer should do that probably.
Yeah.
And then you start bulking, and then it was like a year between, and I was like, whoa, when I got lean the next time, I was like, oh, my body changed a lot.
Yeah.
So I'm like, if I keep doing this for years, who knows what you can do? And I mean,
and
I think that's where he is right now, because like, dude, he's like killing it now.
Dude, he looks.
And he even said that too, where he was like, it's almost like you look at yourself and you can't believe it's you.
Yeah.
But he kept putting in work over the years, not just months, like years, dude. It's like,
and it too is like, when you get to his level,
yeah,
he was already big, but he knew where he had to hit, to get better, and
he's always getting feedback too.
Yeah, he's getting a lot of feedback. So they're always saying like, for him, build you back. So it was crazy to watch for his off season. I was kind of in my off season with him, so I was training with him. He's a homie, so it was crazy to watch. Like, holy crap, your back is huge now.
And it's huge, dude. He actually listened to the feedback.
Yeah,
he changed his back in about a year.
It looks crazy. Yeah,
it's totally different, and shoulders too. Everything. It's like,
it looks nutty.
It does look nutty, dude.
Yeah. So,
but that's the thing. That's what kind of gets you like that motivation. Like, we need to look up to him. You need somebody like that, and he has people he looks up to. It's like, it's pretty fucking cool, man.
When it's like, I see the dedication that he puts. I see the work that he puts in. I'm like, all right, I got to match that, because if I'm gonna improve myself, I got to do. He's paving the way. Like, he gave us, the sidewalk. He blazed the trail for us, and then we're just following, make sure we do what he tells us.
I'm always like, I need to work so much harder, and then it's like, if you ever get clients yourself, you start training, you have to be that for them.
Yeah.
And so I think about that too, because even in a stupid way, it's like we've talked about on here with other guests too, where like, you got to keep this in a healthy frame of mind, but this kind of does become. Our self-worth gets wrapped around this thing, and so you kind of got to keep a healthy mindset about it, but at the same time, it's kind of like, for me, I feel like it's a good thing, because it's kind of like, as dumb as it is, it's like I was, in wrestling, I was Nicky free, and I was like, you set this standard kind of by the work that you do, and then anytime, and that's probably kind of what you were feeling even the first time you like decided to get back into lifting, when you're boss told you your shirt was fucking it's like you get this, you have this certain potential, and if you're not living up to it, you start feeling like shit about yourself, because you know what you're capable of. And so you know that when you're working really hard and you're not bullshitting yourself, that's when you feel the best about yourself, because you've done it before, because you know what you're capable of. So when you start slipping below that, and then you got a guy like Jordan that's like keeps you like looking to that work ethic, but you do that for yourself too, and then you realize that you might be that to somebody else looking at you, you know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know, it's like a lot of pressure you put on yourself, but I feel like it's a good thing.
And like you said, I have a couple clients that I'm helping, doing, my little brother, he kind of doing his thing. I got a friend's son who he tells me all the time, he's like, dude, I want to get like you, so I'm like, all right, I'll help you, I'm not charging or anything. He just,
no, you got to help those people for free. We were talking about that too, like some kid wants help, just help him, give him a workout.
I literally do his meal plan and everything. He checks in with me on Fridays, kind of like we do.
That's good, man, because you might end up doing that someday.
That's what I'm saying, like,
sure, and that's a good way to learn, is by doing it.
He's kind of like my little guinea pig right now, like, and he's killing it. We started out, he was like 163, just tall, skinny kid, and he's slowly building up. So, he's getting there. It's cool to watch.
It makes you feel good too, like when you can actually help people. Or when they kind of look up to you, or it's like, it's because you're like kind of setting an example, and you hope it's a good example.
And I just like seeing people. Even the guys on our team, there's a couple guys, like we have a guy doing the show this week, and he had spoke to me. I know him before he joined the team, and he was like, yo, I kind of think I should do it. And I was like, dude, you got the look, do it. And he's like, I don't know, I don't think I can ever just get lean like that, or how I'll look when I get lean, I think is what he said. And I was like, dude, Jordan will get you exactly where you need to.
Right.
And to watch him come into this prep and him, the way he feels and everything like that, is just so cool to see people kind of like see like this is what I'm capable of.
Yeah, because a lot of times they don't know.
Yeah.
And then, that builds their confidence up too. And it's like, and it does. I mean, I think that's what lifting does for a lot of people. It's like, because you go through this really, really hard thing and then you realize like, oh, I survived. I'm fine.
Yeah.
Like, and it's like, it's so good for you to do that because most people will never put themselves through anything that's even mildly uncomfortable.
Yeah. And it's once you break past that,
Yeah.
Yeah. And it is, like you said, I know so many people that once they get to an uncomfortable state, the second they get there, they're like, I'm done.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. You have to push. Like, I had a really good leg day today, and I'm like, man, I need to go even harder, though. Because I'm like, man, I used to do even harder than that. Like, but, like, those are hard days, man.
Yeah, hard.
And
He's
some
got me
days,
on
two leg days a week?
Yeah.
So what are you doing right now? What's it look like? Your split?
So I'm kind of doing what his split is.
Yeah.
Just because we work out a lot together. But
because
like
he's hitting
Tuesday,
legs twice, isn't he?
He was hitting them twice. I think because he's trying to build his back and everything like that, he's doing that more. But my split right now is back, and then I'll throw in arms, like biceps, and then I'll do chest, tries, a little bit of shoulders. My shoulders are kind of too big for my chest, so we're kind of taking it easy for my shoulders.
Because you got to get the chest to catch up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'll go into legs on Wednesdays. Usually, I took today off, but it's usually like heavy legs on Wednesday, and then.
And you took today off to any certain reason, or just like?
Just because my wife had to go into the office.
Oh, you had other stuff going on. I gotcha.
So and then Saturdays I'll go and do hamstring focus legs, because I'm gonna do classic at Emerald Cup and shows going forward. So
so that's gonna be a lot different.
Yeah. I'm gonna do men's physique and classic.
So you got to get your legs huge.
Yeah,
as huge as you can,
big as I can. When I get lean, they're shredded. They look great. But like right now, I feel like I got little tiny chicken legs. You know what I mean?
So what are you doing for legs right now? Like, what do your 2 days look like?
So I go in. We'll do like the leg extension warm ups. Get that going for like sets of 12 for 4 sets.
So this is on your quad day.
Quad days, yeah. We'll go leg extensions. Then we'll do those like just warm up, no weight lunges, just to keep the blood flow, get in there.
Right.
We'll do jump over to hack squats and go up super heavy.
Right.
6 plates, 7 plates, whatever. Try to get as many of those, maybe 8 if we can.
And then some lower or some higher
drop it. Yeah. Then we'll drop it down to like 3 or 4 plates and get in there for like 15 reps.
Those are the ones that kill, though.
Oh, dude, it makes me want to throw up every time.
Yeah.
So, and then after that, he sometimes we'll do the pendulum. Over there at the body shop, they got that thing that's crazy. It's a super humbler. But we'll go do the pendulum with some bands on it. Mm-hmm. And then after that, the last blowout set of the things, you get on the leg extension, and you start heavy for 10, and then you drop it down in half. And then you do that for 25, and you drop it down in half again, and you do it for 50. No rest.
Okay. Yeah.
So you get up, and you're just like, I'm going to go throw up now.
Yeah, dude. I've like literally almost thrown up when I was doing legs with him before.
Yeah.
That's what I miss. I'm like, man, I need to start. I was training with him twice a week, and then I've been just trying to save money now and put it into other things, which I need to because it's what I got to do right now. Mm-hmm. But man, that's the other thing is not just having somebody do your meal plan and that impartial. No matter how good, even if you're the best coach in the world, like we said, having somebody else. Every good coach has a coach.
Yep, 100%.
And so like that, it's having that impartial, but like also just having like somebody that can get some really good sessions out of you, and not even saying that you're going to be lazy if you lift alone because you're probably still working hard, but there's something about having somebody else push you.
That a little extra that you need.
Yeah, because it's like you got, you're working out with somebody. It's like, I don't know, it just pushes you more, especially. So like, yeah, definitely miss those sessions. Someday I'll definitely hire him again, probably. Just to I need to get my back caught up again. He was having me work back really like twice a week, super hard, and I kind of miss those back days, But we'll get back there again sometime.
He told me during the first prep, I checked in one day and I'm lean. And he's like, yeah, but we need to hammer those shoulders. You really need to grow those shoulders. I was like, oh, say less. I have shoulder day. So he ran me down, gave me like a good split to do for my shoulders.
Yeah, he got my shoulders way bigger too.
Just you know, especially when I get lean, they're
I need to work on mine a lot too, because like when I was training with him, he really got my shoulders a lot bigger than I ever thought. I mean, they still need a lot of work, but I could tell the difference, man.
Yeah, my shoulders don't look like his by any means. That guy's got crazy shoulders.
He has insane shoulders.
It looks nutty, but
it's fucking nutty, dude. But it's a lot bigger than when you started, right?
Yeah, for sure.
He's really good at shoulders. I don't know what it is, just about like. It's stuff you wouldn't normally think to do either.
And
I mean, it's basic stuff, but it's like...
And then, you know who else is the mad scientist there? Is Dave, dude.
Yeah, Dave I want to have on this podcast.
You should.
Because that guy's like probably one of the best trainers there. I mean, he's the one that's doing all Jordan's.
Yeah.
And Dave, I feel like, is going to be like... Dave. I asked Dave one day, I was like, Dave, you want to be on the podcast? I'm like, so I don't know if you want to have me.
Oh,
you know? He's like,
yeah.
I'm like, that's why I want to have you. I'm like, even if you like have disagreements with me, like, I mean, I'm not going to disagree with him, but like, I'm saying like he's such a old school guy that like, that's what you need. You know what I'm saying?
He's an old school guy that will break everything down for the way muscles move.
He's scientific
for sure.
Yeah, he's I got to get Dave on here. I feel like it would be good. I mean, I feel like he's gonna like. It's weird when you have all these different people on here. Everybody has such different opinions about everything, and I just let people have their opinion because, like, I mean, I think everybody's got different, but like, there's definitely like something about that old school mentality. Like, Dave probably thinks like all the Instagram shit's a bunch of bullshit, and like we're all fucking posting shit. Yeah. It's just part of what it is nowadays. But you need those old school guys that are just like no nonsense,
Well, he knows what he's doing. I mean, he looks crazy when he preps and everything.
He still looks crazy. Yeah. It's insane. Even though he calls himself like Fatty Mc, Hungry Pants or whatever. Yeah. And he's a big, thick guy. But if you ever like see him with his shirt off, like that's like a thick thing of like abs.
Yeah.
It's not like that's a gut.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like surprising when you see it. It's like, holy shit, he's still lean under there. Yeah. Even when he's like not prepped.
Yeah.
It's pretty wild, dude. I wonder, that'd be so interesting talking to him because I'm like, how long has he been lifting?
I know. I'd like to know that too. And like I'll go in there and do something. For instance, the other day I was doing like the pec deck, flies.
Yeah.
Right? And he knows I need to get my chest up and everything like that. And I feel like I'm talking like my chest is bad. It's not that bad. It's okay.
But it's what you're focusing on. You're trying to grow
it.
So I need to do that too, dude. Mine needs to grow a lot.
So I'm doing something that I'm like, that doesn't feel right. And like out of the corner of my eye, I look at Dave and he's like, you're not doing that right. And he kind of tweaks it a little bit and I feel it totally different. And he comes over to me afterwards and I'm talking to him and he's like, if you're feeling it too much in your shoulders, blah, 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 wait till you get a day where you have your chest is sore, right?
Yep.
And he's like, it might sound counterintuitive, but after your chest is sore, come in the next day, hit it again. Come in the next day, hit it again because I'm not getting that mind muscle connection. And
that's the problem with chest. It is hard sometimes.
It's hard for me, dude. Like
to like actually feel it in the way you're supposed to.
Yeah.
Like there's other things where like if I do like arms, like biceps, and even my shoulders, I can usually feel and back in certain spots. I can. But like chest is hard to get the actual, just the muscle to contract it.
Yeah. Like I can if I go back, I can, like let's say a lat pull down, I can hit and really connect the lats and then pull and I feel it.
Right.
Shoulder, same thing. Arms, same thing. But chest,
it depends. It's not like I'm moving the weight, but why the muscle needs to be like. I try to do that when I'm doing like the cables at the end. Like I try to like it's weird, but I try to like picture all the little like fibers. Muscle fibers that come across here. Yeah. Like they're pulling, and I'm trying to like think about them. I don't know, it's weird, but I'm not even high, but I'm like, it's like, I don't know, man. But I feel that. But Dave, like, dude, I'd like to train with him a little bit, hire him for some sessions, just because I feel like he might help me view things in like a different way.
For sure, and the way he does things, and because I've been working with Jordan, like working out with him. In person, not him training me, but like, actually working out with him.
Yeah.
We'll kind of do what Dave has him doing.
Well, if you're training with Jordan, you're going to get some of the best of Dave's back lifts. He's training him on back. So Dave's a good trainer because our trainers are some of the best trainers, and they're getting Dave to train them. So it's like, that's why I want to get him in here, but he's like almost scared, like he's gonna, because he'll fucking like. say shit or like he's like worried he's gonna say shit to offend people, but I'm like, dude, we need that.
Yeah, it's a podcast.
It's a podcast. We need some we need some of that old school. Like I said, even if you want to make fun of me for fucking posting shit on Instagram and putting my little fucking, all that shit, go for it. I don't care. You know, like,
I think he'd be great on the podcast, dude.
We got to get him. It's like a huge thing.
Yeah.
We're gonna do it.
Him and then Kyle.
Which one? Kyle.
The bearded beast.
Oh, Kyle was on here, dude.
Was he?
Dude, Kyle was great. Him and Dominic were in here.
Dom, yeah.
They were probably one of the best podcasts I've ever done, and the most informative. And they were like that. They were like no nonsense. They were like talking shit about certain things. They had some good info, like even stuff like, like kind of complaining about stuff that people do that like I've even been guilty of doing. Like stuff like I said, like where it's like sometimes you just have to fucking bulk. You're gonna lose your, and we all get that. So he was like kind of like complaining, they're always trying to stay lean for fucking Instagram, and I'm like, oh shit, I've done that. I'm like, I get it, but it's like they're right, he's like sometimes like, and their stuff was like, even listening to like Kyle's diet, dude. Yeah, holy shit. I mean Dominic's too. Like they're on fucking point, and like. The amount of calories that like Kyle's pushing when he gets like he's fucking huge. But overall, and I think we talked for like 3 hours and it felt like no time had passed because they were good together. They just fucking.
He was good, yeah.
But that was when I first started and I didn't have this OBS thing yet, and I was still didn't know what the fuck I was doing, but I kept losing podcasts. Yeah. So I'd like get done with the show. And think it's saved, and then I would hit stop, and it would just fucking disappear. Yeah. Because it just wouldn't save it. And so, like, they come in, we have this fucking great 3-hour conversation. I'm all excited, and then poof, it's gone. And that was when I was, like, kind of just... Because I started the podcast with my friend Ben. Yeah. And then he was kind of, like, too busy, never could do it. Mm-hmm. So then it sat idly for, like, how long? And I'm like, it's kind of like you said anything. Like, if you... want to do something, you just have to like do it. So I'm like, I'm just gonna do it myself. And then I was like, I'm just gonna try to do 2 a week. And then now I'm like just doing fucking 2 a week. And it's like easy to get people now. I got people like, DMing me and stuff. Like I thought it was gonna be hard. Now it's like it's kind of fun. It's like, but it is a grind sometimes. It's like, man, I wish I could like go do something else or do this. But it's like, no, I'm gonna go fucking podcast because like I think it's gonna lead to something. But anyways, it was so like. That was when I first started doing it again. And you invite somebody here, they take the time out of their day, they drive all the way here, they give you this great episode, and then you gotta like text them and be like, bro, I lost the podcast. And I felt like, and it happened like 4 times.
Yeah. And it's great, he's like, they're both great guys. Yeah. Dom is intimidating as shit.
He is.
Yeah. You're like, hey,
they were chill, they were both super chill about it. Yeah. Kyle's intimidating looking, but he's like the nicest fucking dude ever.
Yeah. And I was talking to him, like we go in there and bullshit all the time in the gym, and we're just talking. I was like, yo, we're always this big, He's like, no, I started this at like 150.
Dude, I need to see a picture.
I know. I want to see
I don't believe it. I don't know. Well, it's even like, Zach, the power lifter dude?
Zach. Oh, yeah.
Zach Hall, He was like, when I saw his before too, I'm like, how the fuck is that you, bro? Really? Yeah, I was like, damn. He's like, so weird, like when you see people's like before or after, like, I don't know, dude. It's wild. Like,
especially when they get to that next level big.
That's where it's crazy. Yeah.
Like, I don't know how Kyle's not a professional. I don't know how he doesn't have his pro card.
He's got to get it. Is he going to get it?
He has to. Yeah. I think he's doing nationals next year.
I mean, dude, he's one of the biggest, leanest dudes I've ever seen in my life. It's crazy.
And, like, Hunter Labrada came down here for E-Cup last year. Yep. Right? And he's hanging out, and we're at the body shop and everything, and he's there. And I'm like, that guy is huge. Yeah. Right? He's not that tall. His hands, they're the size of this table.
They're just fucking big.
Kyle is the same size, I feel.
Yeah, Kyle's huge. Even his form, just everything. He's just a big motherfucker.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know, dude. Yeah, they were great. They had so much good info, too. Like, we got to get them back on here again. They were good. They'll come on together again. They're a good team, so.
I want to get Dom to help me with my classic physique posing.
Oh, yeah. He'd be the guy.
Yeah. So
Dude, he's huge too. His shoulders are fucking huge.
Crazy. Yeah.
Like, he's always wearing a t-shirt. I'm like, how the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, I love this shirt I have on now. I'm like, if I could just have, like, those fucking... The way his shoulders look in it, I'll be like, you know?
Yeah.
Fucking sick. Just, yeah. So, oh shit. A little technical difficulty.
A little bit.
I keep seeing these ads for Shure mics all the time. I'm like, God, I wish I could get that. I'm like, someday I'm going to invest more.
Are they super expensive?
They're not bad, actually. Like, the podcast ones are only like 150 or something.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
Not bad, but it's like, you get like the vocal mics for like, those can be up to like $400 or $500.
Yeah.
I mean, you could probably get more expensive ones too, but yeah, I think it's like anything, the internet knows I'm podcast now, and it keeps sending me shit.
Yeah.
I'm like,
you just say that once now, like,
and it's so enticing,
right?
Like everything they send you, I'm always like,
could I get
God
that?
damn, that sure looks good. Like that arm looks better, and the mic itself, I'm like, that looks sexy. Like I need that.
Yeah. You
start thinking you need it. I'm like, they get me sometimes.
I get got all the time. It's like
it's kind of weird, right?
You just say something, you're like, oh, I could really use some new shoes, you know. All of a sudden on your Instagram, you got like Nike shit coming.
Oh, I want Nike so bad, dude. Now all I see is Nikes on my shit. I'm about to buy some next month. You know, like It's like there's this girl I work with. I'm always like, God, I can't wait to buy my Nikes, and she's always like, just wait. She's like, just save your money. I'm like, yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
you need that sometimes, you know.
And like right now, I pretty much wear like oversized tees, you know.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. I just need to get when we're bulking. There's nothing better.
No.
Yeah,
you look cool in them. You know, it kind of hides the fluff that you might be a little ashamed of because you feel like you need to have abs still.
Yeah.
But you still look, big.
You still look pretty badass. You get the... So what... Because, like, some people, too, are, like... It's weird with the lifting. Mm-hmm. Some dudes are just, like, no nonsense. Like, they think all the clothing and shit is a bunch of bullshit. Mm-hmm. Like, to me, I fucking love, like, trying to rock some nice... Like, I don't know. I get into it, dude.
Yeah,
like,
me too.
What's your favorite brand? Probably Dark Sport.
Dark Sport, for sure. Yeah.
I think they're definitely probably the coolest.
Yeah. And
like, I do Young LA all the time because I'm just like, I like it, but Dark Sport's probably the dopest.
Probably, and I like Young LA's, like, joggers.
Yeah.
They got some dope joggers. But
yeah, they do.
For shirts and tanks and stuff like that, Dark Sports has the best. I just like the way they fit.
They always fit nice, dude. Like you said, even when you're bulking, I can rock, like, a Dark Sport tee, and it just looks great.
Yeah.
You know, like...
Yeah.
I got some of that Wolverine drop when it came out, and then I was like, "Why? I wish I would have got more of it."
Yeah, there's a new drop.
The Hulk one just came out.
The Hulk one, and then there's like it's like a violet or lavender color.
I know, and I was mad that I was like, I'm being good and saving money right now, and I kept like showing, like I said, I'm showing my coworker, I'm like, why can't I buy this?
Yeah,
I was like, I want this. It's got, because to me, like, I was a huge fan, like, obviously pro wrestling, and it has that kind of like late '90s, like with the lightning strike shit, like of like Hollywood Hogan, and there's a lot of cool like Sting. They always had like that cool like black and like lightning. Kind of look, so like I don't know, that
it fits that aesthetic for sure,
dude. I know. I was like, I saw them like, and I actually clicked on it, and it was already all gone. I'm like, well, I'm glad it's gone, so I can save money. But I'm like, damn, I wanted that.
I know. And then I've been searching for this Dark Sports shirt. It's like the wolf mouth, it's his teeth and stuff like that.
Right. I think I have the hoodie, old, like the regular, like the black one with the mouth open.
It's just like the teeth. Yeah,
that's one of the coolest ones. Yeah,
I've been hunting for that every drop. If it comes out, I'm like, I'm gonna get it. And if you don't get that thing in like 2 minutes,
it's gone.
It's gone.
Dude, they give you a code.
Yeah, and it's still
like
gone.
they literally, you have to get a code, and it's fucking gone. Like I know, like even Jordan, he's buying shit, and he's like, yeah, you got to get this code. I'm like, what? I think it's cool because it's like, these companies, dude, are killing it.
Yeah.
I'm like, imagine if you like could design something, get in on that somehow, like make some kind of like, I don't know what, it might be oversaturated now already, but
yeah, because you got like Vanquish, you got Young LA, you got Dark Sports and stuff. It might be a little hard.
We always say like Gymshark used to be cool.
I forgot about Gymshark.
Yeah, dude, remember like Gymshark actually was cool. They had all these cool athletes.
Yeah,
it was probably like 5-6 years ago.
Yeah,
and then now it's just like Young LA and Dark Sport.
Yeah.
I feel like Raw Gear's pretty good. They're doing good too.
I mean, I feel like Raw Gear is because it's like C-Bum.
Oh yeah.
Anything that he's attached to, everyone's gonna be like, I want that.
Oh, 100%, dude. C-Bum is kind of like the new Arnold, because like you could be like people at work that have no idea who anybody in bodybuilding is, and you say C-Bum and they know who it is.
Yeah, my fiance,
It's like the John Cena of lifting.
Yeah.
They know who that is.
Yeah.
You know,
and she's like, her and my sister are obsessed with him. You know, and
Yeah.
she's like, he's so hot. He has such a
I know. I ask that girl at work all the time. I'm like, who's the hottest guy? And it's like, it's like some dude that plays Elvis in this new movie, and then it's C-Bum.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Even with his lisp and everything.
Oh, the lisp doesn't even matter, dude.
No,
Think of all the cool
like
people with
that.
lisps.
That's true.
C-Bum, like, because I've done that Mike Tyson impression on here. And then the Ronnie Coleman thing with the basic stuff, you know?
Yeah.
You got your test, and you got your D-ball, and it's just the basics, you know? Just like, because that's like one of my favorite, dude. Like, he was on Joe Rogan's podcast, and he's like, talking about it so nonchalant. Like, well, to him, it is nonchalant, dude. He's been doing this for fucking years, you know?
How many, did he say how many, how many, the amounts he was running for games?
I don't think.
I want to know.
I'm going to go back and listen. I don't know, but I just thought, he's like, oh, you know, just basic stuff, really, you know?
Test.
You got your test and you got your D-ball, just basic, you know? Just saying it like it's like the way somebody be like, I eat oatmeal in the morning, just basic stuff, you know? Like, I love that shit, dude. God, so like, were you, with being into lifting, you know, all that, like, you said you were into sports and everything, was there, because I know a lot of us too, it's like, growing up, like, with like Stallone and Arnold and like, you know, just like superheroes and shit, dude. To me, like, part of it is that too. It's like you're trying to like live up to this ideal that's kind of like set by these people you looked up to.
Yeah, for sure. I think always that ever since I was a kid, it was like, dang, Arnold Schwarzenegger looks so cool.
Oh yeah, 100%.
It's like, even though when I was a kid he was pretty old already, but just seeing his old pictures.
Right. Yeah, by the time we were kids, he was already like in action movies, and he was a lot older.
Yeah, he was in,
you know,
that one Christmas movie or whatever.
Yeah, Jingle All the Way.
Jingle All the Way.
Whatever the fuck that was. I might watch that this Christmas. I don't remember it, dude.
Yeah. But like, just seeing the old pictures, I was like, dang, that would be cool to look like that, you know.
But I think we'd all like watch like Pumping Iron and saw the old, you know, and you'd watch like the old Conan movies. So like, even though like by the time we're kids, he's like, you know, in Jingle All the Way, and he's like doing Junior where he gets pregnant and shit.
Yeah.
Remember that shit?
Yeah.
Like him and Danny DeVito, and they like, it's like, what? Who thought of that? Like, let's take the most masculine dude ever from like the Conan movies, and we're gonna make him pregnant in this movie.
Yeah.
That was a weird. That's how movies were back then, dude. They're like, that was some
shit.
crazy shit.
And then I remember the first time I watched Pumping Iron,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and that kind of was like, I have to go. I wasn't in the gym at the time in that, but I was like, I have to go lift something. Right. You know what I mean?
It just made you like want to smoke weed and lift weights all day.
100%.
Yeah. It's like, I need to be like Arnold. And dude, that movie was crazy.
Like, my favorite line is when he's talking about the pump.
Yeah.
You know? He's like,
the
pump is like coming.
I know, I just thought of that. I'm like, should I go there? I was like, he's like, it's like as good as coming.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
I get it at home and I get it in the gym.
Well, because that's probably literally all he was doing, dude. Was like 100%. At that point, he was literally like
slaying,
like literally just fucking nonstop, smoking weed and lifting. That's all he did. Yeah. No wonder he's like such a happy guy. He still is.
Yeah.
He's like, I did everything.
He's done it all.
I did what I wanted to do.
He's accomplished the dream.
He lived the dream. Yeah. He really did.
Yeah. So,
I mean, he still kind of is. Like, he was on Logan Paul's podcast, and they're like, you know, talking to him like, why do you still lift? And he's like, it's like eating breakfast. He's like, what do you mean, why do I go to the gym every day? He's like, do I eat breakfast every day? Yeah, it's just what I do.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, that's kind of how I hope I am, you know.
Me too. Yeah. I don't ever want to get to the point where I'm, you know, just fat, you know. Like,
no,
fat,
I don't ever want to stop. I don't want to give up.
Yeah.
I want to always try to be healthy and virile and, like, have a good quality of life.
Yeah.
I don't ever want to, like, get into where I'm depressed and I'm like, remember when life used to be good? Like, you know, like, it's like, no, that ain't for me. It's like...
Yeah. And especially now having, like, my kid.
Oh, yeah.
I want to be able to play baseball with him or whatever sport he decides. If he decides to play sports or even if he wants to... Whatever. I want to be able to do that. I don't want to be, like, an old fat guy. You can be like, ugh,
No,
struggling
dude,
to get off the couch.
that messes with kids too. I know friends that have dads like that and it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, it would suck. Luckily, like,
you lead by example too.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, and I don't want to be like some lazy schmuck, you know, for him to see like, well, that's my dad.
Now you don't want your kid to be like embarrassed.
Yeah,
or something.
no, for sure, no.
My dad, all he does is sit around and drink beer, and he's lazy. And
yeah,
I ain't trying to. Yeah,
yeah.
You don't want to be that, man.
Not at all. No. I don't want to do that.
But yeah, I was always big into like Stallone too.
Dude, Rambo.
Oh, Rambo movies, they're the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's the fucking? There's some good lines in Rambo too. Like,
shit, I
can't think of any. He just says the F word a lot.
A lot. Yeah. And it's from the side of his mouth.
What mean expendable? It's like, God, I love that Rambo 2. And then he gets all pissed and he like takes the necklace and just fucking tears shit up.
Have you watched the newest Rambo?
Yeah, I liked it.
Looks like he's like 900 years old, but still
jacked. Dude, I thought it was really good.
Yeah,
actually, like really liked the fourth one, where he was
in a boat and he's hit.
Yeah, he was already kind of older, but he got like just jacked out of his mind, and not just jacked. I like actually think when they were filming it, like he got busted with like a bunch of stuff, like
a bunch of gear and stuff.
Yeah, overseas.
I'm, sure, dude.
I'm pretty sure there was like a whole story, like he got busted with a bunch of HGH and stuff, but like. That was kind of right after he did that Rocky Balboa movie, which was like the final.
Oh yeah,
wasn't the final Rocky because they did the Creeds, but it was like he was already in his 60s, I believe, in that one.
Yeah,
which is crazy. If you think about it, he's already in his 60s and he makes some of his biggest comeback movies ever. Because like Rocky Balboa was a success, and I think Rambo 4 was too. Just called Rambo, but yeah, he got really jacked in that one. That was where they went to Burma.
Yeah,
you know, and that group is trying to go in there and save people, and he's like, you're not changing anything. You know, he's like, fuck the world, all that shit, dude.
And he has that big old 50 cal in the boat, just mowing people down. You see there like
that's like a 30-minute scene of him just like going like this and like, that's a great movie, dude. Yeah. I like that slow mo too, where it's like the one dude. I think it was like they made him out to be the worst guy ever too. Like they had him like being like he was like a child molester or some shit. So, like, it was one of the bad guys, you know. Yeah. So, like, even to make it even worse, not only is he a bad guy, he's a piece of shit, but they show him, like, he's, like, with a little kid or something. Oh, so, even at another level of we hate this fucking guy.
Yeah.
And then at the end, you see him, and it's, like, a slow-mo scene, and all of a sudden slides, like, behind him, just in slow-mo, and fucking machetes, and just, like, fucking love that, dude. It's like he rips a dude's throat out in that too. It's just like
pulls it out.
Yeah, this is so first the one that's how you make a bad guy, dude. Like the one guy's a pedophile, so we really want to see him get killed. The other guy's trying to rape the girl, so we really want to see him killed. So like he comes up and he just like rips his fuck dude. Yeah. I love that shit.
Have you seen I don't know how we're getting off into this, but the Terminal List on Amazon?
No, but I've heard really good things about it.
Yo.
And it's like Jack Carr, right?
Yeah.
It's like this dude. And so he's a legit. Yeah, he's like a legit. He served and everything, right?
Yeah, he was a legit SEAL team operator.
Oh, okay. So SEAL team, dude.
Yeah, and but in this, I won't spoil the whole scene. But in this, there's a scene where
pretty violent, huh?
Yeah, he like not nails. He has like the SEAL team tomahawk.
Yeah, that's on Paramount Plus.
It's on.
Amazon. I'll watch it. I heard it's really
watch
good.
It, dude. He like nails this dude's intestines to it and makes him walk.
Oh,
and I was like, who thinks of doing that?
I don't know, but I like some violent shit.
Oh, me too.
We were talking about like, remember that show Spartacus: Blood and Sand? Did you ever watch that?
Yeah.
That show's the shit.
Yeah. That guy died after the.
It was so sad. I know. It was kind of like Black Panther almost.
Yeah.
Like, so fucking sad. He died. I mean, the guy that they got to replace him was really good still, but really that OG, the original guy was the best. He was so good, and that was so sad. He died as well.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know, like the Black Panther movie. I loved that too, and that's so sad that dude died.
Yeah, now they're coming out with the new one with his sister, with the Black Panther.
Hey, I'm probably gonna watch it.
I'm gonna watch it.
It looks pretty good. Did you see Black Adam at all?
I haven't seen it yet.
No, I've been trying. I want to go see it.
I want to see. I mean, with my kid, it's kind of hard for us to do anything right now.
Oh, I imagine. Like, how old is he? Just newborn?
No, he just turned 1.
Okay, so 1. That's pretty dope, dude.
Yeah.
But still be hard to go out and do much. Like, and you're doing this bodybuilding thing.
Yeah.
So, and then is your wife pretty supportive of all that stuff?
She is. It's hard for her. I feel bad.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard for her because the sport of bodybuilding is very selfish. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
100. I mean, that's what everybody that comes in here who's taking it serious, they'll straight up tell you this sport is, you have to be selfish.
Yeah. So, even in my off season, you know, like I need to get at least 4 days in, you know, for me personally. And I try to go as fast as I can while I'm there, while still getting a quality lift.
Right.
But it's still taken away from her. It still makes her do a brunt, you know, the heavy lifting at home with our son.
Yeah. Because you're going to be gone for a couple hours.
You know, like at least 2. You know.
Right, and you're working on top of it, so it's like that's a lot. Yeah.
So she's supportive, but then you know, I feel like any couple probably has their struggles with it, but you know,
right.
We're gonna get there. I will be pro. And
fuck yeah, dude.
She's gonna.
I love that.
Yeah.
You got to say that. You're putting that out into the universe. That's good.
I will be pro. There's no doubt about it. I'm not going to give up on this until I am. So
I think you will. How old are you?
33.
Doesn't really matter, I guess, age. You know.
No. So.
Dude, that's the coolest thing about lifting too. Is like for me, it feels somewhat. I mean, obviously we're aging still, but it's like a fountain of youth in a sense.
Yeah.
Because it's like I really don't feel that much different than I did when I was like in my 20s.
No,
and if I didn't lift, I know I would. I mean, I probably feel better too, right? It's like, yeah, if I didn't lift, I don't think I would feel as good as I do.
Yeah, I mean, not only the lifting, it's like just the way I eat is so much better. And if I wasn't doing this and wasn't eating right, I would just be a fat slob feeling like crap.
Oh my god!
You know what I mean?
So what is your meal plan? It probably looks a lot like mine actually, since we have the same code. Is it like chicken and rice, chicken and beef?
Yeah.
Egg whites and cream of rice in the morning.
Yeah, I'm on like 100 grams of cream of rice in the morning. A cup of egg whites, an egg, and some peanut butter.
Fuck yeah, I mean that's basically I mean honestly, I love their diets because like I never feel. Even when I'm really cutting, I don't ever feel too like I'm missing out on shit.
No.
Yeah.
No, and then, you know, like the next, for off season, I get like ground beef and rice. Kind of right now, I'm eating to the point where I'm like, I don't want to eat anymore.
That's how it was when I was during my bulk. And did he ever put you on cereal?
I'm on 6 servings of cereal.
Dude, it's so fun, but it also starts to suck.
I hate it.
It's like so this is what happened to me when I bulked with him.
Yeah.
Which I love. I'm going to be happy to get the cereal back when it happens. But when you first get the cereal, so like this is post-lift, you're eating this giant bowl of cereal, which makes sense because you're going to try to get your glycogen stores replenished right after you've depleted them with this lift.
Yeah.
And it's when you're bulking. So it is kind of fun because, like, I mean, how many times as an adult do you get to eat sugary cereal and still be healthy? Well, it's because you're trying to get sugar. That's the whole point of it. But I will say, like, when he first put me on it, it was like the most fun thing in the world. By the end of the bulk, I hated cereal. I was like, fuck this cereal.
I have to get, like, now I'm on, my wife likes Captain Crunch, so I'll eat that.
Yeah.
But the one that I find is the easiest is that Cinnamon Life, dude.
Yeah,
you just
same.
let it melt a little bit, and you just get it down super easy.
Yeah, the Life cereal is my favorite. I usually get the, like, vanilla and chocolate one.
Yeah.
And the cinnamon's also like the good one too.
I also like the strawberry milkshake frosted flakes.
Oh, I never had those, dude. Next time I'm bulk, I'm gonna be getting that strawberry. It's so weird. You start getting creative with you know when you're a bodybuilder, you get so creative with shit, dude.
Dude, speaking of creative, like I get so sick of cream of rice and everything.
What do you do with it?
Yo, I make like a pancake
out of it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
So I
never thought of that, man.
I get a red Solo cup, put my eggs in there, my egg whites, and then I get the cream of rice put in there, and I mix it real good. And I keep mixing it, and it pour it out right away.
So then it just like gets like a pancake.
Yeah.
That's actually genius, dude. I do weird shit like that too. Like my protein, I always take my 2 scoops of protein, like chocolate, and I mix it into like a paste. I never take it like a shake. I don't know why.
I'll do the paste and I'll freeze it a little bit.
Yeah, if you do the paste, like freeze it, and then like, I don't know, like you just get creative with it.
Because for me, like I'm an FX athlete, so I have protein on hand at all times, you know.
Right.
And like,
does theirs work like that? Pretty good to mix it. Okay.
Yeah. So I I hate drinking protein shakes.
Same.
I hate it. You know? And like it makes me gag sometimes, you know.
Yeah.
So I have to figure out some way to do it. Sometimes I'll just be like, I'll mix it up and I'll put it in my cereal. You know, just to get
that makes sense. It's in your cereal.
Know? Or if I don't do that, I'll make the paste, kind of freeze it for a little bit, get a little frosty.
And then it's like kind of like ice cream.
Yeah.
It is cool because it's like, well, and sometimes for me, I feel like it's like almost like cookie dough.
Yeah.
So like I like mixing it up that way. But I think a lot
chocolate.
The chocolate, dude, yeah. I feel like a lot of bodybuilders, they start getting creative with shit.
Yeah.
You know, just to like make
you got to when it gets to that monotonous.
Especially when you get more towards the cutting side.
Oh, dude. And so when you go into prep, this is your first prep, right?
Yeah.
So when you get in there, like, don't be intimidated. You're going to kill it.
Yeah.
But I made these things because my sister is a bodybuilder too. She's in bikini.
Okay, no shit. I did not know. Oh, actually, I saw a post. I saw your post on Instagram, so I did know that.
She was on Renovation for a while until she moved to New York. But
dude, she's in New York?
Yeah.
How's she liking that?
She loves it.
I was going to say it. I know this one girl that lives in New York, and she loves it.
Yeah. When she's like that, she really likes the city life. You know what I mean?
Same. I mean, actually, I kind of do too, which is why I think I like it here.
Yeah. But she's been through a couple preps. She's done a couple shows pretty good.
Yep.
And I was getting to the point where, like, my last meal of the day in prep is no carbs.
No
right?
carbs. Yeah, none.
So I'm just getting a whole head of, like, iceberg lettuce.
Yeah.
And then putting in, like, 0-calorie dressings and stuff.
Yeah.
And I call them the trash can salad. We just put, like, pickles and pepperoncinis, just everything.
It's weird because that makes it more exciting to eat, right? Because pickles... Yeah, like I remember doing something kind of like that where this is way before I ever had a coach or anything, but I was like trying to stay low carb or some shit, and I would do that with like tuna and pickles and something else, and you mix it all together, and it's actually pretty good.
Yeah, it's just, and for me, I think.
Well, you're getting volume.
Yeah,
because it's like and then like the pickles and stuff, they have almost 0 calories, but they're like exciting to eat. You know,
it's like a different
flavor.
Yeah.
But I love, like, peppers, banana peppers and shit.
Oh, dude, I eat this shit. On prep, I was eating jars of those, dude. To the point sometimes I get heartburn. You know?
But it's, like, something you can have. It's going to have, like, 0 calories. Because it's, like, I mean, basically, it's, like, what is a cucumber is one of those things where it's, like, burns more calories to digest it than you even get. Yeah, man, that's, like, you have to get creative with it.
And for me, it's, like, when you get, even especially right now, because I get tired of eating. You know, I'm on 6 meals a day, and I have to.
You're right in that bulk.
Oh yeah.
You're in that spot, like oof, yeah.
And so sometimes I have to make it where it's easier to eat, so I can get it down. You know, so I kind of like mush up everything.
Yeah.
You know, it sounds gross, but
it's like that's what's right now. I've been doing the air fryer. So dude, I take my chicken and rice because I'm not worried. Like I'm sure your rice is large amounts right now. Yeah. Mine's not quite up there. So, like, what I'll do is, like, throw it in the air fryer and let everything get crispy. And then it's, like, crunchy when you eat. It's like, oh, this is good. Like, nice. The rice almost tastes like a chip or something.
Yeah. Oh, you know, another hack that I did is during prep, you, like, right after, instead of cereal and stuff, you get, like, 100 grams of rice.
Yeah.
Right? And they have these little Quest protein shakes. They're, like, in a little carton.
Yep.
So 2 of those is 50 grams of protein.
Okay.
So I'll drink one of those, get my rice, put some cinnamon on it.
Yeah.
And pour some of that vanilla Quest shake in there.
Yeah.
And it's like rice pudding.
Oh, yeah, man. Dude, that would be good. Yeah, because you can almost make rice taste like
anything.
A sweet in a sense. Because, I mean, it's a sugar, right? So it's like you put a little cinnamon on it. Yeah, I could see that being good.
It's good because if you sit there and you're just eating like white rice with...
Gets boring.
It's boring, you know? But then you just get a spoon and you eat it like that. It's just like a dessert.
Yeah, I do a lot of that, like Cholula vinegar-based hot sauce, so that it's like 0 calories, basically. Yeah. Because you got to be careful. Some of those hot sauces, dude, it's like you go buy them and you think, or like even like salsa and stuff, you're like, because I've gotten in that too, where I started putting salsa on everything, which is probably pretty okay. Yeah. But you're like, why am I? Oh, it's like there's probably calories. Yeah. Because it's like, why am I putting so much on? Oh, because my body wants the calories. I'm like, so you got to stop doing that. Yeah.
But I mean, that didn't. I didn't really go into the salsa, but I did do a lot of like all kinds of different hot sauces. Like, you know,
but some of them have calories.
Yeah, you gotta watch
it. You gotta be careful.
Like, or ketchup. I like ketchup on some
Oh,
stuff.
I love ketchup.
So, but like ketchup has a shit ton of calories if you look at it.
But what? Yeah. So what about like the no sugar added? Still has a lot.
Yeah, I mean, no, you can get that and get away
I get
with
the
it.
sugar-free ketchup, but I mean it's still sugar because it's made out of a tomato.
Yeah, it's still fruit.
So it's like they're saying like we didn't add sugar, which is crazy that you're adding sugar anyway.
Yeah.
Like why are you adding sugar to sugar?
Yeah.
So ketchup's a fruit, you make it, and then so like the sugar industry has themselves so buried in everything
Yeah.
that they're gonna add sugar to. It's crazy, dude.
You know what was a lifesaver was that Walden's Farm.
That stuff's delicious,
Dude. It's crazy.
What's your flavors on that? What do you like?
Oh,
I definitely get the raspberry vinaigrette for like my spinach.
100%.
That's my favorite one.
Yep, 100%.
Yeah.
That. I didn't like their Italian.
I tried it too. It's gross. Yeah.
Their honey mustard is pretty good.
It's good.
Yeah. And then, of course, the chocolate sauce.
Oh, I didn't even know about the chocolate sauce.
I got a hack for you.
Put that on the cream of rice, dude.
That on the cream of rice. Or if you're like, I don't want to cook my egg whites right now, I'm going to drink them. It tastes
you just mix
just
it in
like
there?
chocolate milk, dude.
Oh, so you can actually just mix that into the egg whites, like Rocky Balboa style.
Oh, yeah.
Dude.
You just drink the
But
egg
it's like
whites
chocolate
that.
milk.
Yeah.
Dude, that sounds so good.
I don't recommend doing that every time.
No.
Because they say you don't get the same amount of protein and everything like that.
If it's not cooked.
Right.
Yeah.
But,
Well, actually, now that you say that, I guess I forgot. Like, if you go to super supplements, yeah, they do have Walden Farm, like, chocolate sauce, caramel.
yeah.
Dude, think about the good, like, cream of rice you can make with
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Oh, damn. I mean, I suppose you got to be careful with that, too. Does it end up having any calories?
No.
I mean, I think it's pretty much zero calories.
Zero, yeah.
And it's weird because it's like, if you give that to a regular person that's eating regular shit, they're going to be like, this tastes weird. But it's like, you don't understand. If you're us, that shit tastes delicious.
Dude, it's when you're that depleted and everything like that.
And some are better than others.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You know one thing I did, too? Like, when you get on, like, potatoes and beef, like, I don't know, like, towards your bulk, if you take some of that Walden Farm, the ranch is not very good.
Yeah.
But if you put it on, like, potatoes and beef and mix it all together, it's fucking delicious.
Dude, how much potatoes are you on right now?
Right now, I think it's like 6 ounces or something. Nothing, hardly any.
15 ounces. Almost a pound of potatoes.
Oh, damn.
Every
Yeah,
day.
it'll get up to 12 here soon, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what you do? That if you get the air fryer, dude.
Oh, yeah.
You make those into fries, put your beef on it, and then if you did take some of that fucking ranch Walden, or even Chipotle mayo, mix that all in the potatoes, dude, that'd be good.
Yeah. Or I'll just do get a baked potato, and kind of make it like a one of those chili baked potatoes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. That's so funny. Every bodybuilder's a fucking scientist when it comes to food because, like, you're trying to, you got to give yourself some variety. You're like, but I kind of like the simplicity, like, of eating the same thing every day and, like, doing the same meal prep every day. And like you said, it's so worth it because you just start feeling so good.
Mm-hmm. And my body now, too, is like, if I go off for whatever, like I was visiting my parents and stuff, and it's hard to stick to plan. Like, I do my best.
Right.
You slip a little bit, because you're on vacation.
Right. When I go home for Christmas, it's like, I mean, you'll go buy a bunch of stuff and try to stay on your plan, but
yeah,
I don't know. Like, last time I ended up just eating a bunch of gas station food.
Right. Yeah.
And just to get my calories.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, but anyway, sorry, I interrupted you. What were you saying?
My stomach now. So I'm like, because I'm so regimented on what I'm eating now, if I throw something else in there, it gets all messed up.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like, what are you doing?
Yeah. If I even, like, sometimes for, like, my cheat meal, I'll just eat, like, a couple, like, protein bars or something, like, which is funny because, like, it's still, like, relatively not that crazy.
Yeah.
But, like, I'll sometimes get, like, a stomach ache just from, like, it's like your body's like, what is this that you just put in here?
Yeah, because it's so used to, like, the Whole Foods, and then you
put this thing. You're putting all these chemicals and shit in there.
Yeah.
So what's your favorite, like, go-to cheat if you do a cheat, like, right now? You, like, probably you and your girl go out to eat or something.
Yeah. Right now it's ramen, dude.
Oh, just ramen at home?
No, like at a place. Go to.
Like you go to a good ramen place. I forgot we have a lot of good ramen places around here.
Yeah.
So that's weird. I don't even know. Like, I've never done that.
You haven't done ramen?
No, everybody's always telling me, like, get pho and ramen.
Both great, dude.
Yeah. I'm always like sushi.
Oh, dude, sushi's good.
Sushi's the best. Or just a burger and fries. Like,
I don't even consider that cheat anymore.
It's kind of not when you're on the bulk. It's still your protein, right?
Yeah. So, But
no,
yeah,
100%, dude.
I like ramen. She loves ramen, so whenever I'm like, you want to get ramen? She's like, yes, so we get it.
Where do you guys go?
There's a place in Kirkland
Mm-hmm.
that sometimes we'll go to. It's Silver Lake Ramen or something like that. Or they just, because I live in Linwood, right across Oliver Mall.
Yeah.
They opened
probably some awesome places.
Pretty good. Yeah. They just opened a new joint right there. We actually got it last night for my cheat.
Hell yeah, dude.
So it was pretty good.
Yeah, there's something about going out. Like we went to a sushi place in Seattle. Like I don't remember, but it's so funny. I'm still talking about it. It was like weeks ago because we had that bacon sushi. It was so good.
Yeah.
God damn. But yeah, it's fun, man. So let's get back on track with. So you said that you're gonna go pro, huh?
100%.
Yeah,
I'll be pro.
So what does like the next year look like for you? Like you're gonna do that show in April.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do Emerald Cup. We'll do men's physique and classic physique.
Yep.
For that, just to see. This will be my first classic physique show.
Right.
Just to see how it goes. I've always wanted to transition into a classic physique, anyways. So we'll see how that goes, but I think predominantly we're gonna focus on the men's physique thing. Right. So depending on how Emerald Cup goes, I will qualify for nationals.
Hell yeah.
Say I qualify, my goal is either to do July or December. So either Vegas or Orlando nationals next year.
So April, and then does that mean that you'll, after the Emerald Cup, if you qualify, does that mean you'll be bulking again for a while? Or just kind of like staying...
Be kind of steady.
In the middle-ish?
Yeah. We'll reverse for a little bit and then get back on prep.
Right. And how many shows have you done?
Just the one.
Just the one.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you did that, did you do like... How did your diet go after that? Did you kind of slowly reverse?
Oh, yeah.
Or did you go crazy for a while?
No, I stuck... For my reverse, because I don't want to... Because when you're that depleted and everything, that's when you gain the most weight if you throw that shit on.
I've seen people gain like 30, 40 pounds of shit. Like,
yeah, and like I have a couple friends that, love you guys, will get fat as shit. Because they...
Why though?
I don't know.
It's kind of like you said, once you eat that way, I just can't ever imagine not controlling what I eat for the rest of my life, and somewhat not obviously, like you said, having these cheats and stuff and enjoying stuff sometimes, but like the health benefits of like what we eat, like with these diet. I mean, Renovation does a good job, but it's like you said, mostly whole foods.
Yeah,
we do a little bit of chemicals, like you said, with like having the Walden Farms and stuff to make it taste a little better, but I just can't ever imagine. But I think you're right. A lot of dudes after shows,
I didn't even have. Everyone goes out and they eat like crazy after a show.
You didn't even do that?
We went to, me and Tony, he got the overall at that show.
Yeah.
We went out to like Cheesecake Factory and everyone went off and I was like, dude, I don't even want to eat this. I got like a pasta dish and I didn't even eat it.
Okay. See, like that's funny because even like a sweet, sure I'd have a cookie or something, but I would rather, like I said, burger and fries again.
Yeah.
Like after being depleted, that's what I'd want. Or pizza maybe. But then you're gonna feel like shit.
Yeah, I didn't have.
If I eat pizza, dude, I feel like shit.
I'm lactose intolerant, so that.
So you don't even worry about that.
No, so like I think I did after we went to Cheesecake Factory after the show. Is like I ate a little bit of pasta. I was like, I don't want this. We drove home and I actually stopped and got a cheeseburger and fries.
Right. And I'd rather do that, even if it's McDonald's, honestly. Just like that's what you want after you've been depleted.
Well, and then Jordan was like, I checked in with him the next day and he was like, dude, you're leaner than we did the show. I was like, I didn't cheat last night.
Right.
You know what I mean? I didn't go off and do all that.
Right, so your body probably just took that burger and fries and just sucked it right up, dude.
Yeah.
That is weird sometimes how like you'll do a cheat meal or cheat day and the next day you wake up feeling almost like leaner. You're like, what the fuck?
Vascular.
Yeah, you're like, this is weird. Probably because you just gave yourself some carbs. It's like, yeah.
But I stuck to the reverse. I'm still doing, trying to stick to everything as much as I can. But that reverse, I just treated it like it was prep.
Right.
And I didn't veer. So I didn't get all big. And
well, it just doesn't fuck up your hormones, I feel like, either.
Yeah.
And it doesn't fuck up your, like, when you get yourself to that level of discipline if you go off it, it's kind of like that saying, like, how you do one thing is how you do everything.
Yep.
If you start doing shit a certain way, you're going to be training yourself to start doing it that way.
Yep.
And before you know it, you're like, have a shitty habit. And
Yep.
you're like, yeah.
Yeah. And like, I have the way I am, my mentality is like, once I flip the switch, that thing is on.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know how to really turn it off.
So you're still more focused on your goals.
Yeah.
You're not caring about this food and shit.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
No, it's cool to eat. Like, flavor's cool.
Yeah.
You know, like that. But
But the
I
goal
like the
itself
way,
is more important.
Yeah. Like I need to. For me personally, I need this. Like it feels like a need for me. You know, like
It's
I want
not
to
a
be pro.
want.
No,
Yeah.
I want to be pro, but I need it. Like,
Well,
you know,
that's what I think sets people apart is like you create it. You're basically creating a desire, and a desire is like a contract you make with yourself that like you're not actually going to be happy till you get this thing.
yeah.
And so it's kind of like you're putting, you know, I mean, but that's kind of what you need to like push you to that to get that level, you know.
I mean, at least me, yeah, I agree with
I mean,
that.
I think it's in general, it's sort of like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, maybe some people, they just breeze through stuff or whatever. Like, I kind of feel like having a little bit of unhappiness with myself is a good thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you don't ever want to be, like, so, like, oh, I'm the shit.
Yeah,
like,
complacency
is
the enemy of greatness, dude.
Yeah.
You know? So, I don't ever... I'm super hard on myself.
So when people are like, you're hard on yourself, you're like, good. That's what I think.
Yeah.
I'm always like, good.
Yeah.
That's, like, how I should be.
And, like, I'm always telling Jordan, especially leading up to the show, I'm like, I'm not ready. Like, I look like crap. You know, there's no way I'm
so you are super hard on yourself, dude.
And he's like, you need to stop. Like, I'm your coach for a reason. If I'm telling you you're good, you're good.
Right.
I'm like, all right. And then I was supposed to do nationals in July with everybody on the team. Like, you know, the 4 or 5 guys that went out there, I was supposed to go with them and compete.
Right.
I decided to pull the plug on that just because I didn't. Once I get in prep, I'm very tunnel visioned.
Mm-hmm.
At the time, my son was only like 4 months old.
It wasn't the right time.
Nah, he would have been like, wasn't crawling yet, and I would have probably missed that and saying the first words and shit, you know.
Yeah, you don't want to miss that.
No,
that's huge. Sometimes I feel like you kind of. It's weirdly like spiritual in a way, but like you know when something feels like it's the right time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you just kind of get this idea, or like you know when you're on your right path, or when you're like, I feel like that happens.
Well, it's great. It's funny you say that. It's because like there was a show in Vancouver at the beginning of the year this year.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
So everyone's down there competing, and then they wanted me to come and help out backstage with everything. So I was out there helping Jordan, helping the guys pump up, and you know, helping them, telling them what to eat and whatnot.
Yeah.
And the whole time I'm like, damn, I can't wait to be on stage. I can't wait. This is like,
so it's making you hungry for it again. Yeah.
But because I drove out there by myself, drove home by myself, and I get emotional thinking about it, but I call my fiance and I'm talking to her about the baby and everything on the way home.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, because I had to stay the night out there, and she's like, we missed you, blah blah blah. And I hang up and I'm like, damn, dude, I don't ever want them to like miss me.
You don't want to ever feel like that again.
So I was like, you know, I think right now I just need to take a chill pill, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because like, you know, when you're somebody that's ambitious like that and you're chasing these things, dude, there's so many. Like, it's sad to talk about, but it's like I love Ric Flair, the wrestler.
Yeah. But
you know, and I love Stone Cold Steve Austin. I love The Undertaker. They all have this thing in common where they did to their first kids, like Undertaker now has a couple kids now that he's doing a great job, but like they all kind of fucked up, you know, and they talk about it and they admit it, and it's like you can tell the pain that it causes them because they were chasing this greatness and this dream of pro wrestling at the time, and they didn't necessarily do a great job, and that shit hurts.
Yeah.
Like it can fuck people up, man. Like,
and I don't want to do, you know.
So you were feeling that, yeah.
I was feeling that, and then I started thinking about that, and I was like, well, you know, and I'm not ready. Like the guys on the national stage are huge, you know, even in my
So
class.
maybe you weren't even ready mentally yet.
Yeah, no, and I'm even when I start thinking about that, I'm like, well, if I'm second guessing that, I'm not ready for that either. Like mentally, I'm not ready, and I need to grow and I need to get bigger because I'm not going out there to be like, just tell me where I'm at.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I'm.
No, you kind of know when you're ready. I feel like like, I feel like even this time when Jordan was like, you want to do the show in April, this time I actually feel like I can do it.
Yeah.
I don't know what changed or what, but I feel different than I did a year ago.
Yeah.
I feel more confident. I mean, right now I feel like I need to work way fucking harder.
Yeah.
You know, but I always feel like that. But I definitely feel different than I did a year ago.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, so it's like, so how are you going to balance that, dude, with like, you know, but honestly, you know, this is weird, not to keep bringing up Jordan and Kim, but like, Jordan told me this one thing one time that was like, really kind of like important. It was kind of like, so if you give up all your dreams though, to like, you know, you say like a lot of these parents, like I gave up my dreams so I could put my energy into my kid.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, but what are you teaching your kid then?
Yeah, that I don't want to do
like,
that.
you don't want to be a dad that gives up everything. You want to be still like, their point was kind of like, you still need to be going for the things you want to go for because you're setting an example for your kid to see that. Like, so.
And like the way I tell, like I was just saying on here is like, I will be pro. You know, like that is my goal. I'm going to do it. I need it. I'm going to be pro. I want him to grow up and be like, whoa, Dad, you know, said he was going to be pro and he did it. Now I'm going to do
whatever the thing is
that's
my passion. Like, it's kind of like you're teaching him action versus just saying something.
Yeah, I don't want him to be like, you know, just lazy, you know, whatever.
Right.
And say, oh, I'll do this later. I could have done this or whatever.
But the best way to teach that is by example, right? Like, dude, even like, I feel like that too. Like, when I was young, I always kind of thought my dad was really, you know, like an asshole or like a hard ass. And now I look back and I'm so thankful he was,
dude,
the way that he was.
I think if you're like a true man, like if you are a man, you know, you can look back and say, yeah.
See, I even got emotional there when I said that. Like,
you can look back and be like, because for me too, I going through high school, I was such a shithead, and I deserved it probably, but he was such an asshole, I thought, you know.
Right.
But now I look back, I'm like, I appreciate all the shit that he did that I probably drove him to do, you know what I mean? Because it made me who I am today.
Right. And it's like also he's trying to teach you that the world is not going to coddle you.
Yeah.
And so he wasn't going to coddle. Like, that's like what. So it's like looking back now, I'm just like so thankful for those times he was tough. It's like,
did you have to buy your own car?
No, he gave me a car.
He gave me other stuff, but he was like, "You want a car?" I'm like, "Yes." Oh my god!
He's gonna make you buy it yourself.
You know, he made me buy it. Like I had a job, and he was like, "I'll put in half of what you put in." So like I saved, like, you know, at that time it was like I was making like $5 an hour or something like that, and I saved up like $3,000 or something. So he put in $3,000, and
that's
I got
dope.
a little truck, you know. But that now looking back at it is like it made me appreciate like being able to do something for myself.
Right, he made you actually have to buy it, like put in work, like you don't just get things in life or whatever.
Yeah.
I can't remember. My dad, like, he gave me a truck to drive, and then they like, I can't remember if I bought it, but like I started out. They gave me this, like, it was okay. It was like a Chevy, but it was like only 2-wheel drive, and it was like a long box, so it sucked in the winter. You had to like pack, you know. But it was still pretty cool for a first vehicle.
Yeah, for sure.
But then, like, I had a Geo Metro. So I was like, I don't remember if I bought that, but it was, like, really humbling going from this, like, you know, Chevy Silverado, even though it didn't have 4-wheel drive. It was comfortable. And then going to this little Geo Metro, I was like, We used to, like, I don't know, dude. That thing was kind of fun, though.
Dude, I would just throw that thing around, just going off-roading and shit.
We used to, like, we used to, like, go, like, hunt birds in it and shit, I remember.
For sure.
Like, I think we had, like, BB guns or, like, rifles or something, and, like, that car was so small that, like, if my buddy was driving and I was, like, shooting out the window or some shit, and then he, like, walked out with his gun because he, like, was doing something, and I'm parked, and he's like, hey, come up here. Like, I could be in the passenger seat and just go like this and fucking put my foot over it and just be like, you know, like, I don't even remember what we were doing. I think we were just killing birds for some reason. Like,
we did that shit too.
We were weird. Yeah.
Same. I remember I got like a, you know, you get like your first pellet gun or whatever the hell.
I think that's all it was. Yeah. Just fucking.
You get a pellet gun, and I remember I was like, My dad is like a huge stickler for like gun safety.
Same. That's another thing I'm glad my dad taught me. It was like,
same. My dad. I mean, it's kind of funny. Is like my dad got in trouble for guns.
Yeah.
When I was a baby.
Okay.
And then now he after he got out of prison and stuff, he was like super gun safety.
Stickler.
Yeah. So I got like a BB gun when I was like 6 or something like that. And I was telling my dad, I was like, I want to shoot a bird. And he's like, you shoot that bird, you're going to eat that bird.
Right.
Like,
well,
okay,
that's what it should be.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, I'll shoot it. So it was like a dove or something on the power line. And I shot it. And I remember it fell down. And I think I was probably like 5. It fell down and it wasn't dead yet. And I was like crying and shit.
Yeah.
He's like, you got to go eat that bird.
It is weird, like, because when you kill something, it's like sad.
It's sad, yeah.
Even when you're a hunter, dude, like,
yeah.
It's like you think you want to kill it, and then you do, and you like,
shit.
Oh man! So like, I definitely believe, if you kill something, you should eat it.
100%. Yeah.
But yeah, when you're a kid, you don't really know it.
Yeah.
You don't know how you're gonna feel when you take the life of something.
Yeah.
You're like,
I mean, I've been hunting since then, but yeah, that was my first time, and I remember it was like
weird.
Yeah, it was super weird because I remember it was just like flopping around on the ground,
like,
doing
man,
bird things, and I'm like, what?
Fuck! I actually did that. Yeah. So, yeah, it is weird, dude. Like, from being from Iowa, like, the way we viewed that, like, my grandparents used to just, like, they had chickens, and, like, so they, like, I just, like, I'm so used to being around that.
Yeah.
Like, you killed your own animals. Like, I remember my grandma cleaning chickens, and, like, she would just take them, and she would just cut their head off and fucking... I mean, it was really very nonchalant, you know, like, just...
Yeah.
But,
I was around that too. Is we had a pig, we had pigs, we had chickens, ducks, stuff like that. I remember he let me, not let me, but he had me shoot the pig when we were getting it butchered.
That's weird, isn't it?
That was weird, yeah.
I always felt like pigs are weird. So, like, when we used to do deer, it's like a lot of times you'll mix pork with the deer because it just makes it better. It's like puts the fat in there.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I love deer meat how it is it can be, if you're doing sausage and stuff, you need more fat content, and like so I remember one time we were like butchering these pigs, to use, I think, with the deer, and pigs are weird because they're so smart.
Yeah. So
like killing pigs is probably like when you do a deer and you kill the deer, it feels right because it's a prey animal.
Yeah.
And you're like a predator. I mean, it's obviously you're still sad every time you kill something. It feels weird, and you're gonna eat it, so it's cool. But when you're doing pigs, dude, it's like weird because they have like pink flesh like us.
Yeah.
And then they're intelligent, so it's like when they're outside and like one's getting taken in to get killed, it's like it seems like they know.
Yeah.
It's almost like it'd be like, oh shit, they're taking Bob in there to kill him. Fuck, this is weird.
Yeah. And like I've done in California, they have like a big. I think everywhere they have pig problems. Like wild pigs.
Oh, big time in California, right?
Yeah. And I went. I hunted for boar with my bow, and
dude, that's dope. You do bow too, huh?
Yeah.
Fucking John Rambo style.
But that was the first time I ever like got an actual big game animal. It was a pig, and that was
with a bow, dude.
Yeah.
That's fucking cool.
Yeah. It was actually like very, very hard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it was.
How do you get close enough to a pig to shoot with a bow? And it's weird because pigs are so hardy. I feel like if you shoot them wrong, they're just gonna run away with that thing stuck in there.
Or run at you. They'll get you.
Oh yeah, they'll fucking run at you too. And if they're wild, they're like feral, right?
Yeah.
So they actually have like the tusks.
Big ass tusks and stuff.
Like, you ever see that fucking? There's like a video on social media where like just how stupid people are with animals. Where like it's like a wild boar and they're filming it and the guy's like, oh, he's like gonna pet it. And then it just fucking attacks him. It's so funny. It's like, what did you think that thing was? Or
have you seen the one where it's like ladies in like Yellowstone where there's buffalo, the bison, and they're out there taking pictures of the bison, that thing just fucking throws her in the air.
Yeah,
like,
did she even survive? Like,
I know. What are you thinking that thing's gonna do?
There was one too similar where like they're doing the same thing. Like, I think it's like a lion or some kind of big cat comes and grabs the woman and it's like people they don't really understand.
Dude, I had
wildlife.
No, I and this is kind of off subject, but same subject. I used to work with a lady who was like, her face was scarred up.
Yeah.
And I forget her name, I don't remember, but I asked my coworker, I was like, what's wrong with her face? Why does she have all those scars? She was on that show when animals attack.
No shit.
Yeah, she was in like this tour of a zoo, and she went too close to, I think it was either a leopard or a tiger thing in the back, and that shit got her, stuck its paw through there, dude, and she was too close, and it grabbed her by the face, and pulled her, and she's got like bite marks in the back.
Because I'm sure it just grabbed on and it just held on.
Yeah.
Like even primates will do that. There's that video of that woman where the one grabs her and it just won't let go, and they're gripped. Like they can.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah. We don't have a real appreciation for wildlife, I don't think.
No.
It's like that what was that tiger thing during COVID? That Tiger King? Yeah. That one lady on there has her, no arm, remember?
Oh, yeah, because the tiger bit it off, right?
Yeah, the tiger got it.
Yeah.
It's
I
fucking
remember that
wild,
show, dude. Tiger King.
All right, man. So let's talk about. I suppose we can wrap it up here pretty quick. It was good having you on.
Yeah, man.
So let's. So you got your show coming up in April.
Yeah, show in April.
So that's what you're working towards now. When do you start your prep? About December.
It will start like right after Christmas, bro.
Right after Christmas, and then go into the show. So yeah, you can just give a shout out to anything you want to talk about, and give a shout out to your sponsors and everything. And that's all right. Nah, that's me.
All right. Yeah. I mean, shout out to the coach.
Yeah.
He's the guy. Shout out to Renovation Fitness. That's the team who made me. And shout out to FX Subs. They're great. They always support me and everything like that. So.
Having Tony on was pretty dope.
Yeah.
That was cool. I didn't realize he was the guy that makes the formulas. So.
Yeah. Tony's a good guy. I like Tony. He's a character, that guy.
Yeah, he was all into anime and shit, dude.
Yeah.
It was cool.
Yeah,
he was telling me which anime to... Do you watch any of that shit?
No.
No,
really.
Okay, yeah, he's into that shit.
Yeah. I think a lot of them are, like him and Ashton and everyone are all into anime. I couldn't really do it.
I'm not huge into it. I started watching some, but I'm obsessed with those Berserk. Like, that's what those books are there. Yeah. It's like manga. It's like a graphic novel, and there's an anime. It's just my favorite. Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good shit.
Yeah.
It's pretty fucked up.
Is it?
Oh, yeah, you should watch it. I think it's just Berserk on Netflix. It's like the Golden Arc story. Like, if you want to dip, I mean, I get it. Some people are just like, anime, fuck that. I'm not watching any of that shit.
I'll watch anime. Like
that one's dope, dude. Yeah. It's fucked up.
I watched that Castlevania.
Castlevania's great.
That was pretty
cool. If you like Castlevania, you probably like Berserk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I'll watch that.
Castlevania was dope. It was like same animation that did the new He-Man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw that.
I haven't yet.
Oh, that's on Netflix. It's great.
It's dope?
Yeah, it's pretty dope. If you liked the old show.
Yeah.
It was done by, I think, Kevin Smith or whatever.
I like anything.
Yeah, the Clerks dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the guy that did it. So, but yeah, all right. So shout out to Body Shop. Shout out to our coach Jordan. Yeah. Shout out to Renovation Fitness. It's a great team.
Yeah.
And I guess, it's going to be...
I think for sure if you're in the Pacific Northwest and you want to get into like men's physique or bikini,
100%.
They're the team, dude.
Yeah, they're the best, man.
For sure. They're great people. Everyone there's cool. I don't think I can't speak for everyone, but I don't think there's anybody who would say that they didn't jump in and feel uncomfortable with them. You know what I mean? So,
oh, no. Super welcoming and everything. So, all right, man. Well, I appreciate you being here.
Appreciate it, man.
That was fun. We definitely can have you on again sometime.
Absolutely.
And, peace out, everybody. Thank you for listening, and we will see you all next time.